Today on the channel, let the countdown begin as we've got the top 5 Jakks Classic Superstars 3-packs of all time.
The spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Jakks Classic Superstars video. As you guys probably know by now, for well over 2 years, every single Tuesday on the channel, we've had a Jakks Classic Superstars video. And today, shouldn't disappoint, as today we're counting down, doing another top 5, top 10 list of my favorite Jakks Classic Superstars figures of all time. And today's video will be my top 5 Jakks Classic Superstars 3-packs of all time. And you're probably familiar with these videos. If you're not, what are you waiting for? Make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the old notification bell, as historically every Thursday we do a countdown video, and this will be akin to that here on the channel with the Jakks Classic Superstars 3-packs. But what I do, we rank them, we start them at number 5, we're going to work our way to number 1, number 1 being the best. So make sure you get your list together, make sure you put them in order. That's the hard part, that's the challenge, that's the fun. And then, once again, reminder, this is my list. These are my top 5 favorites. Yours could be totally different, and guess what? That's okay. That's okay. So, without further ado, let's kick it off. Let's get into it. Let's start it off at number 5. All right, let's kick off the top 5 Jakks Classic Superstars 3-packs of all time at number 5. And number 5 is one that was an interesting one. This came out in 2005. This one went to heavy clearance across the board in many of a Walmart. And I should say, the traditional 3-packs from the Jakks Classic Superstars were Walmart exclusives. The 2-packs were Toys R Us exclusives. There was a few 3-packs released through online, Ringside Collectibles, things like that, but primarily a Walmart exclusive on all of these, so remember that in the back of your head. But number 5 for me was always known as the Heels 3-pack, and it was in the first series of Jakks Classic Superstars 3-packs. It is King Kong Bundy, it is Nikolai Volkov, and of course the Iron Sheik. Fabulous pack here for 3-pack. Like I said, it did go to clearance across the board in many places. But man, does this look good. The soft goods on Bundy, the soft goods hat and jacket on Nikolai, the soft goods robe on the Iron Sheik, 3 big-time heels, 2 foreigners, and a big Hulk Hogan guy and a Big John Studd tag team partner in King Kong Bundy. Guys that had single-carded releases in the series, but also a 3-pack, as we're seeing right here, put together. Just 3 of 80s big-time heels for sure in the early WWF years. Soft goods bringing this out and just having these guys together in one pack. I always thought it looks really good. I always thought the red and the blue from Sheik and Volkov really did pop off the shelf. And it was a little disheartening to see this thing down to like $9 on clearance in a lot of stores back in the day. I'm sure it's worth a little bit more in this day and age, but man, at the time, this was such a cool one to see out on the pegs. I still enjoy it after all these years, and that's why it is here at number 5 on my top 5 list. All right, we've come to the number 4 spot. And number 4, we go all the way back to 2005. We go back to the set case series here that we just had with the Heels 3-pack. And in that set, there was also another 3-pack. And this one sold a little bit better than that one. Who are we talking about? We're talking about the Hart Foundation with Jimmy Hart, the Mouth of the South, of course. Beautiful tag team titles on here. Much different than the Jakks Classic tag team titles we got throughout the series. We got the beautiful colored one, painted ones here. You got the pink and black attack of the Hart Foundation in their pink gear with Bret Hart, Jim Neidhart, and then the Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart as their manager. You can't go wrong. You can't do much wrong here. Just absolutely fabulous looking set. Jimmy Hart's a very interesting one, especially on the back. He looks like All Ego Ethan Page with sunglasses on to me. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. But they all come with their sunglasses, of course. The title belts are absolutely fabulous. Jimmy Hart, a stalwart of the 3-packs, as he was with the Nasty Boys. He was with them. He's been with Rhythm and Blues. He was in a lot of different 3-packs over the years, and including single packs as well. So Jimmy Hart is a star of this pack. Just a fabulous one. And the Hart Foundation, one of the greatest tag teams of all time, especially this era of the WWF. Can't go wrong here. This one I didn't see go to clearance. Where the Heels did, this one wasn't going there. And the Hart Foundation, I think that just speaks to the fandom of the Hart Foundation after all these years. So 2005 3-pack Walmart exclusive coming in at number 4 on my top 5 list. All right, it's time for the number 3, the halfway point of the countdown. Remember, put your list in the comment section down below and put them in order. That's part of the fun. That is the challenge. So make sure you get your list together. But number 3 comes from us to the future. 2007, where the last two were 2005. This was 2007. This, once again, was a Walmart exclusive 3-pack back in the day. What are we talking about? We're talking about Jimmy the Mouth South Heart and Rhythm and Blues. Absolutely fabulous pack right here. I gotta tell you, if you guys watch my top 5 Honky Tonk Man figures of all time, you'll see this Honky Tonk Man in there. Just an absolutely fabulous Honky Tonk Man. This thing jumps off the pegs like you wouldn't believe with the pink and blue. The biggest miss here, my biggest gripe with this one, if they could have just somehow came out with a jacket for Greg the Hammer Valentine. Valentine, his only dark-haired figure, goes all the way back to the Hasbro days, me as a little kid, seeing the magazine, seeing Greg the Hammer Valentine, and my dad and I being hot on the hunt. This is before the internet, this is before we knew what was going on, that figure was canceled, but I had Honky Tonk Man, of course, and I was hot on the hunt for Valentine. We just could never find him, and then many years later, get the internet, find out, hey, this was never officially released. So it'll always be a special place and always a missing hole in my heart. And this one, I wish they would have gave a jacket. So we just couldn't win with this Greg the Hammer Valentine. We do know all these years later, Cella Toys is coming out with a Hasbro retro style Greg the Hammer Valentine to kind of right that wrong. Well, I'm hoping they can somehow come out with a Greg Valentine Elite Scale figure like their Sabu and Dynamite they're coming out with in the Rhythm and Blues gear. I think it was a huge miss for Mattel in the Legends series not to do that. Figure out a way to make that happen or come out with it in sometime soon. I mean, it's really a travesty we don't have a Greg Valentine with black hair to match Honky Tonk Man figures. But this pack right here, this is all I ever wanted. This is all I ever wanted as a kid. I think this was a very, very underrated team. Gave a little breath of fresh air to the Honky Tonk Man, a little bit of something different. Really reignited Greg the Hammer Valentine's career in my book. He was really floundering, almost down to a jobber status really in the eyes of the old playground back in the day. And this brought him back up with a little tag team action. And I think this worked really good. Of course, they did feud. Not the greatest feud afterwards. I think we could all agree on that. But man, a special pack, Rhythm and Blues, after all those years to get these 3 together was pretty awesome. And that's why it comes in at number 3 in my top 5 countdown. All right, we're at the number 2 spot, and number 2 is speaks right to what Kyle likes. You guys know what I like. I like hairy bipedal creatures. I like big figures. I like mass, and I like face paint. And it doesn't get much better in the face paint department than my boys in Demolition, Axe Smash, and Crush. And there they are right there. As you can see, a beautiful, beautiful pack from 2008. Demolition here, and this is just phenomenal. You get the tag team belts with them. You get their helmets. It just screams back to the old Hasbro days. As you guys remember the Hasbro, we got all 3 of them, including Crush. Just absolutely love Demolition. No more needs to be said. I've talked about them before. One of these days, we're going to do a top 5 countdown Demolition video on the channel. You know we got to do that, and this will probably air and end up on that top 5 list. This is a fabulous, fabulous 2-pack. I love that they didn't just go the easy route and said, let's just re-release Axe and Smash, as we got them in a single carded for each of them. We also got them in a TRU 2-pack, and now the Walmart 3-pack with the addition of Crush. Obviously, Crush is the heavy hitter, the money guy here, because this is the only way you could get this version of Crush in the Jakks Classic Superstars. So this Demolition Crush holds the most value in this set. But I love that they changed the face paint on Axe and Smash from the other 2 varieties. Really making it feel different. Even though you're getting the same body, same everything, it makes it feel different. Then you add Crush to it. You get the tag team belts. Not as good as the tag team belts with the Heart Foundation, as you can probably see. And then you get the mask with them. Not much more you could want right here. Absolutely love this pack. A phenomenal, phenomenal pack. All these years later holds up. It would be great to see Mattel go back to the well. We got Demolition way back in the day. If something could be worked out with them in the WWE, we could get a new updated Demolition. Maybe Cella is going to be the hope, as we know we got retro Demolition coming from Cella. Maybe we'll get their 7-inch, 6-inch scale figures in the future. I don't know, but it's a crime that we're not getting more Demolition figures in this golden age of collecting. We'll just have to do for things like this, the Mattel Elites and our old Hasbros, and even an LJ and Axe back in the day. So there it is, Demolition coming in at number 2. Well, who's number 1? Do you got your list together? Let's check out mine. All right, the time has come. We're at the #1 spot in my top 5 Jakks 3-packs of all time. Make sure you get your list together. Make sure you put it down in the comments below. Love to hear your thoughts. Love to hear your opinion on what you think. And then if this is your first time here, like I said earlier, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bell. Give this video the old thumbs up. You made it this far. You might as well. We got these videos every single Tuesday for the foreseeable future. We're going to count down the 2-packs, the single packs, the exclusive packs, maybe a couple other special videos in there. And then we're going to start in on unboxing some Jakks Classic Superstars. I got quite the list of guys I got to unbox. We'll start working towards that. So the Jakks Classic Superstar videos will be continuing every single Tuesday here on the channel. So I'd love to have you a part of it. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. And while you're there, follow along on social media. SirPaul64 on Twitter, Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson. That's a good way to get a hold of me if you are so inclined. So without further ado, let's take a look at #1. #1, I think if you looked at the entire line of the 3-packs and you say, what does Kyle into? You'd probably maybe vote Demolition #1. I could see that, but this is the set. For me, is definite #1. Brings a lot of my loves together in a 3-pack. And this was known as the Extreme 3-pack. I think you know where I'm going with the words extreme. We've got Sabu, we've got Cactus Jack, and we got my boy Terry Funk. As you guys know, 3 of my all-time favorite wrestlers. Me being a huge ECW guy back in the day, this was a day one must-have, and I still remember I was on a business trip. I was fresh out of college. I think it was 2005. 2006, so pretty close, but I was 2006. I had just started a job selling things. I think I was selling Sunny D, not that purple stuff. I was selling the Sunny D out there. I was selling ConAgra products, Hormel products, and I was working the state, and I was in charge of Walmarts for the state, and I was traveling all over to all these Walmarts, which was great for these 3-packs because, hey, guess what? Walmart exclusives. But I remember being on the hunt, and I remember I was in Cedar Falls, Iowa, spending the night. For whatever reason, I'll never forget this. I remember I was tired. I just pulled in my hotel. I wanted to get something to eat, but I was so late, and I had to get up early. I said, I'm just going to go to Walmart. I'm going to check the toys. Got to check the toys. And then I was going to get just a drink and like a candy bar or something. And that's what I did. And I remember getting that stuff. I said, oh, I'm so tired, but I'll go check the toys. And I'm glad I did because this was waiting for me. And I believe this was on clearance already. And I remember this being a little hard to find in my area. And for some reason, like we see today, we see a lot of Walmart stuff. New stuff comes in, they put it to clearance immediately. It's a mess up in the system, and that's what we had going on here. And I remember buying 2 of these, one right here, mint on card, and then I bought one to open up. And I remember sitting in my hotel room, opening this up. I was like, I don't want to carry 2 of these back. I'm going to open it up. And all of a sudden, magic happened. I had a match right there on my hotel bed. I'll never forget it. But I absolutely love Terry Funk. You know he's my favorite. He was the jewel of this one. Cactus Jack, no slouch either. Obviously, we got much better Cactus Jacks in the classic line with the soft goods, things like that. This one's a little bit dumbed down version. Terry Funk, a simple repaint of his single-carded one. And then Sabu, another great one, his only entrance into the Classic Superstars line. But during this time frame, we got a few different Ruthless Aggression styles, which this is a repaint. So whole set basically a repaint, but bringing repaints together, putting ECW Superstars in a 3-pack like this, giving them a garbage can. What more could you want? I was all in on this one, and I still do love this pack to this day. One of my biggest regrets, I'm not a huge autograph guy, as we've talked about on the channel before. I've met these guys multiple times, and I don't know why I never brought one of these or bought one of these just to be autographed. I think this would be a cool moment in time piece. I met Mick and Terry, had dinner with them, as I've talked about on the channel before. Sabu, I saw at an indie show once. I should have got all 3 to autograph this, and I think that ship has unfortunately sailed, as Terry's not really doing any autograph signings anymore, unfortunately. But it would have been a cool moment in time piece. But unfortunately, back when that was happening, it would have been Sharpie on here. And we all know Sharpie just doesn't get the job done for autographs anymore. So it is what it is. But it's definitely a moment in time. I always remember back to the story of me going to that Walmart, one of my first business trips out of college. I'll never forget that. And I'll never forget this 3-pack. And that's why it's #1 on my top 5 Classic Superstar 3-packs of all time. Like I said, make sure you put yours in the comments down below. Follow along on the Patreon. You can get this video and a lot of other videos much, much earlier as a Patreon member. You also get bonus content, exclusive videos, monthly giveaways, a lot of fun, and best of all, you get to support the channel. You can also support the channel at Pro Wrestling Tees. Pick up a t-shirt, support the channel. So for the top 5 3-packs of all time as voted by me, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.